Come on, baby girl. Good morning. Today's a different day. It's almost Thanksgiving, and I have some chores to do. So this isn't a tool day or put a window in. It's just a day. Thanksgiving. We gave up on Thanksgiving years ago, only because we figured out we're not big turkey dinner people. So we still celebrate our Thanksgiving, but we make together a big old pan of chicken enchiladas. And we relax all day, watch too much football, and just do our own thing. I don't know how you celebrate, but let me know. So anyway, I have a little chore list. I was coming home from my dog walk this morning. We get a lot of moss here. And I treated the roof of the house a couple months ago. And you can use specific roof moss outs, but around here, most people use powdered laundry detergent. You spread it along the ridge line and on the areas of moss, usually on the north side. And the sun and the rain take care and do the rest and kill it. You can't overdo it or it'll go down your downspouts and kill the grass, but this is on the garage only. I looked at the house, it's fine. I got to do this side of the garage. Look, I'm talking Italian. I got to do this side of the garage this morning, and I want to get that out of the way so then I can focus. I told you I put let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Here's this big old, 20-year-old router, and I mounted it in my work table that I built. But that leaves a hole, which is no big deal, except a lot of dirt and sawdust get down into the collet of the router. So I want to make a little plug, something to just cover the hole and keep the dust to a minimum getting into the router when it's not in use, because I don't feel like taking it on and off all the time. And then I have a few other chores. I want to do a test on my new bench I built. And I need to do some work on my van on the seats. So just come on, hang out. Okay, so we're kind of up on the roof. This is the south side, and you can see there's not any moss. I need to flush out my gutter a little bit. On this side, and you can see it better from the ground, there's some moss taking root, and if you scrape it out, it's not good for the roof. So we're going to give it a little toss from each end. I don't want to climb on the roof. I try to minimize how much I step on the roof. So we'll get it from each end and call it done. Okay, we're at the other end. And I think we got it good. It'll be good for another year. Dang it. Okay, well that turned into a bigger project, but both gutters are clean. Onward. That should fit. Let me go cut it on the bandsaw. We'll test it out, sand it up, make a lid, be done. Okay, bear with me. I took this scrap piece of oak and I put a little taper on it, and I realized if I just go like that, it's in. If I have a saw up here or something, I suppose I could bump it and knock it out. I could always take it out when I'm doing stuff, put it back in. I don't know. I think that is probably the easiest answer for now. And I think it's going to work. Again, it's tight. I can pull it out, and it won't be in the way. It's such a big table. Again, if I'm doing some layout with some long stock, maybe I have to move it. But let's go with that for now. We can always change it later. So I'm running a piece of really wet maple, but I'm doing it two reasons. I have this cheesy little draw knife. I wanted to see how well it worked because I've never really got a chance to use it much. So all I'm doing is debarking this And as you can tell, I built a shave horse. So I'm testing to see how well it works. Comfort-wise, it's great. And it's an interchangeable. I'll show you here in a minute. I'm just doing a quick test, getting some bark off. I'm gonna cut this one on my bandsaw because my wrist is still bothering me and I don't feel like doing a bunch of hatchet work. So yeah, they tell me I can coat this with some old leather or rubber and make it less slippery, but I think right now it's slippery because I just pulled the wood out of the bucket of water it's been in. But overall, seems to do the trick. And I'm not putting too much foot pressure because I'm still testing how I did on the build, so I don't want to break it. But I think it's fine. I think I'm just being a little cautious. Okay. So in theory, I can shave that all the way down to a rough out. I'm not going to do that right now. Let me get it basic trimmed, and then maybe we'll switch over to the. This is a shave horse. I'm going to change this out and make it a spoon mule. We'll test that, and then we'll call it a day. I don't think I'm going to keep this. I just made it for fun. So we've switched over to the spoon mule, and I should tell you, I have never used a spoon mule, and I've never used a shave horse. So this is new to all of us. But I think I like it. I think I could definitely see places I need to refine it. So this is going to give me, I cut this out quite a bit with the bandsaw, more than I normally would, just so I could do a quick filming and see how that comes out. Yeah, see, I'm still afraid to put pressure on it. Let's get crazy here. There we go. This has a big handle because I'm going to do another, I'm going to use this to practice another carving technique I learned called coal rosing. Basically, I'm going to carve into it and then stain it with coffee grounds. It's not that big a deal. Anyway, we're here to test this. I can also make a secondary hole where these come up higher. This is so you can carve over them. But I could see where that secondary hole, when you're roughing it out, would be of benefit. I could also see having an actual spoke shave instead of this thing. This is well, that's another story. This works, and it's great for testing it, and I don't use it. This is actually the first time I'm actually using it. So let's test while we're at it. I brought my cheap tools up. I just want to see how well it'll hold it if I'm trying to. Yeah, I have one of these that's made by Mora. I don't like the angle. I can see this better. Yeah, I can do so much better like that, and that's how I normally do it. Look at that. Okay, so this isn't really for this. And then I brought up a cheap Sloyd knife, so I could see, because I like to work with knives. That sounded kind of devious, didn't it? Oh, man, see, I could sit here and say forget the rest of that list I have and just play with knives all day. But today's the first day I've been feeling good in a few days, more than a few days, so I want to take advantage of it and get some things done. But I think this is a pretty cool addition to somebody's tools for carvers. Again, I think it's definitely more for shaving. I sharpened this the other day a little bit, and I was like, boy, it still needs a long way to go, but here we are. And I'm also not very, I had a spoke shave when I was a kid, and I used it probably all wrong. Yeah, okay. I still think I'm going to be a hatchet and knife carver for the most part. I guess it's just preference, but I will play with this some more. For right now, we have things to do. Look how easy this comes apart to change out. It's got a wedge in the bottom. You lift that head out. Here, sorry. You lift that head out. You put the other one in. You wedge it, and you're good to go. Pretty cool design. I didn't design it. I'm going to try and leave a link below to the guys. Yeah, I've never done that. Yeah, to the YouTube page that I got most of the concept for this. Mine is pretty high because I'm a taller guy, but most of it is right off of his design. That's why I didn't do a video of making it. So a quick FYI, if you're working with green wood and you just set it down and go back to it, it's going to be split and it's going to become dry wood. So you can put it in your freezer, but if you're going to work on it soon after, you take a bag, you throw it in with the wet chips, you lightly close it up. It's okay, you want a little air in so it doesn't get moldy. And again, this isn't a long term. Do this, boom. Tomorrow I can get it out, it'll still be nice and green and wet and easy to work. So just a tip I thought I'd share for you potential carvers. Okay, a while back my wife brought this home from a Buy Nothing group she got it from. And it's a Black & Decker just like the one I have. Well, I have a Black & Decker. But mine, the bearings are shot. You can hear it. And then she brings this home. I plug it in. It sounds pretty good. And it comes with this. And it looks like it may be all there, except for one of these was out. And there's two missing. I don't know if they're in here or if I have to find a place to replace those. So I thought, let me check it out. I can throw it on my Amazon list if I find the parts. And someday I'll get them. So I thought I'd take it apart real quick. Could probably use a quick dusting too. Okay, I see so it has two spots. Oh, look at that. Right there. But it looks like it does need two of those. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 detents, two missing. Let's see if we can find those, and we'll get them on order. I'm going to give this a quick blowout and put it back together for now. I'll let you hear it. I don't know if maybe you weren't here last time because you don't watch all my videos because you're not nice. I don't know. What do you think? Fun fact, made in England. So I looked at my drill and my other sander, which are both Black & Decker, made in China. I was like, ooh, maybe this is all English made. But the company is out of Towson, Maryland. That's where my sister lived. She owned a restaurant there for many years. These parts, through normal channels, are obsolete. So I was like, okay, we'll go the rabbit hole and order them somewhere else. But then I thought, well, wait a minute. I've never used one of these. I don't need it. I bought a ton of discs. So I cleaned it out. I think it's just going to be a nice random orbit sander. Let's give it a test and see if I did a good clean job. It you know. Okay, that's nice and smooth. It works. If I'm going to hang on to this piece, if I down the road want to really find these and use that for whatever reason, I can. There's also a little front pad for detail sanding that looks like you can just put on. Not going to do that. I've been putting off the last job, which is the seats on my van. My seats, I put in rotators so that when we're camping in it, we can turn them around, which is a great idea. And that part works great and it's easy, but the actual rails where the seat slides up and down, you need to slide it forward, tilt it forward, rotate it, and then slide it to where you want it. Those rails, it's a 10-year-old van that was a rental, so they're a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go out and probably do the same thing, brush them out a little bit, see if there's any gunk, and put some lithium grease on the runners, and call that job done, I hope. So I've been kind of not looking forward to that one, just because working under the seats is, not that much fun. So let's go find out. Okay, other than the seat cover being a pain, that's the rails right there. And I think that's going to be pretty easy. I'm not going to be able to record that, but I'll show you at the end. See how easy it slides, hopefully. Well, maybe I can get a little... This is the rear part. So I got them slid all the way forward. This one slid all the way forward. Does anybody else do this? Does anybody else have to do this? Wait. I don't know. I think... Whoops. I think massaging it in and then actually sliding the seat back and forth is going to be the answer. And of course I thought I brought a rag out with me. Damn it. I thought I brought it, but I didn't, so I have to go get one. Well, there you have it. There's a day when you don't really have a project to do, but you have projects to do, chores, But I wanted to take a minute, with tomorrow being Thanksgiving, and to say to you guys, everybody who's watching this, thank you for being here. It's probably the thing I'm most thankful for this year. Okay, besides my family, I know. But this has been a great outlet for me, and I've enjoyed getting to know some of you. I love the comments, no matter what they are. I love the interaction, the people. So I hope that you guys go and spend time with family or do your traditions. Like I said, ours is chicken enchiladas and football, and we love it. Thanksgiving is a whole new thing since we gave up the traditional. That's just us. But thank you for being here and spending your valuable time watching me babble on. It means more than you'll know. So have a great Thanksgiving, and I got another one coming up, another special day.